I'm Darnell Jones.
And I'm Danielle Sorensi Jones, and we're the founders of Powerhandz. Powerhandz is an athletic training products company that designs and manufactures unique skill developing products for multiple sports, including basketball, football, baseball, boxing, and more.
This all started based on an initial training method where I would dribble a basketball with gardening gloves and wrist weights, which made my ball handling drills extremely difficult because it stripped me of my dexterity as well as added weight resistance to my hands and arms.
We raised our initial round of funding via friends and family. Next was a convertible note round that included strategic investors who are current and former professional athletes.
Powerhandz currently has 5 patent-pending products at an average price of $20 or $70. And in just 20 months, we sold over 17,000 units in more than 55 countries with an average return rate of less than 1%.
Next steps, we're expanding into retail. Then we're expanding our portfolio. And then we're adding technology to provide our athletes with real-time performance metrics. Powerhandz will be a game changer. Are you in?
Welcome to today's Power Pitch. I'm Melissa Lee. You just saw Darnell and Danielle's pitch. Now let's meet the panel. Joining us on set is Alicia Surratt. She's a board member of the New York Angels. Alicia advises and invests in over 40 startups. Also with us, venture capitalist Nir Lieberboim. He founded Uprise Ventures. The focus there is on early stage startups and celebrity-backed brands. And from the Bay Area, David Wu. He's a general partner at Naveron, a VC firm focusing on consumer companies with $1 billion under management. David's got more than 30 startups in his personal portfolio. Okay, you guys are in the hot seat. We're going to kick it off with the questions. Alicia.
I would have liked to hear about your sales and marketing backgrounds because it's so key to launching a consumer brand as well as market size, but I will still give you a B+. So on the market sizing front, how are you estimating the total market size in dollars for athletic training gloves?
Today, 36 million youth participate in sports, and they spend on average 40 hours a week practicing. So what we've looked at is across right now our market is really basketball. We've just launched into baseball with heavy hitters behind us such as David Ortiz, and we really feel that basketball and baseball are going to be our largest markets, and our focus is training.
Nir.
What was missing for me in the pitch was more about your backgrounds as founders and some high-level financials. I still thought it was very strong, so I gave you an A. Many venture capitalists shy away from funding married couples because the couple's relationship can get in the way of making the right business decision. How do you get investors comfortable that you can run the business well together and not get into these sort of conflicts?
When I came up with this invention, the first person I went to was Danielle. And not because she was my wife, but more or less because of her experience in sales and marketing. She had over 15 years with one of the biggest medical device companies in the world. She was at the peak of her career. And so for me, it was important to have that balance of where I can come up with creative ideas, she can help put an execution plan together, and then we kind of just work off each other.
David.
I really liked when you described the product, how it works, and the passion and the energy you guys had. So I'm going to give you guys an A-. I had the chance to go onto Amazon, and congrats, you guys have stellar reviews. Is this something that you have to really integrate into your daily ritual and your regular training routine, or can you see results kind of quicker even if you only use them sometimes?
We have kids that are 5 years old that are using our product, and not only are they using the glove from a basketball perspective that strips your dexterity and adds weights, but they're using the slick ball wrap. So from a combination of both, from a 5-year-old all the way from a professional, it really depends on your skill level.
You both have gloves, so may I?
Absolutely.
All right. We got to put. Oh, these are heavy. It's surprisingly heavy. I'm going to put this on. You're talking in the pitch about technology, and I'm wondering, are you right now? I know you're focused on sort of getting this off the ground and expanding within your core markets, but are you parallel processing in terms of developing the technology that you see being embedded in these gloves?
Yes. Adding technology to this to get real-time metrics for our athletes is going to be our next stage.
We don't want to reinvent the wheel either. There's already technologies that measure hand speed, that measure these things, where we can easily implement them into our products. So I think initially it's kind of going with what's the path of least resistance, and then building on that to make it more specific to our initial product with the weighted gloves and the other products we have coming down the pipe.
Okay, we heard what the founders had to say. Now we want to know if the panel is in or out. So, Alicia, what do you say?
I have to say, after meeting these entrepreneurs and seeing them work together as a team, I think they are truly fantastic. And the company's made great strides also in terms of global sales, filing patents, and bringing on some big sports celebs names. So I am going in.
Nir.
I generally don't invest in startups until I see retail performance, but I think theirs will be very strong, so I'm in.
Wow. David, clean sweep, yes or no?
I have questions about, is this a really, really nice angel-funded size business, or can this get to venture scale? So as a result, I had to think about it a lot, but I'm going to go out.
Darnell, Danielle, what's your reaction?
No, thank you for your feedback. And David, I think by a couple of months, we'll give it 2017. We'll circle back to you, and you will be in.
Good response. Our thanks to Darnell and Danielle of Powerhandz, and of course to our panelists Alicia, Nir, and David. And that is today's Power Pitch.